I wanted to point out too on this, this JFET circuit here that, that without that bypass cap, um, that you see right there, that 100 microfarad bypass cap. This. Let me just stand focus. Um, this is pretty much the gain of it. It's about 4 times. Uh, it's about four x. So on the gain. So that bypass cap amplifies the AC signal and not the DC. So so the bypass cap allows the AC signal to bypass the 180 ohm resistor, thus increasing the gain. Um, so if you recall, it was a gain of 6x, but with the with bypass cap removed, it's only 4x. So you do get quite a gain boost, and that's the practical reality, of seeing that in textbooks, and that's what its effect actually is. So it does boost the gain quite a bit, and this is it in action, so to speak. I'm about to build this circuit up in on a perf board here, um, so I'll pause the video and show you the end result. Okay, I've finished the building this up. Let me get the fucking focus. So you can see. I mean, I hate perforating. By the way, I've really always hated perforating. So it's not very pretty, but it certainly does work. And I also went ahead and made my little transistor tester too, because I might need that later for some other FET things I got to look at. So and I can show you, and here's again the schematic I used, and I put a few new notes because those are the actual wave channels I generate. I connected to the amplifier so that it just everything's copacetic on it, and so my little gain formula works. Because like I said, you can see that I'm getting a gain of 6x, but if those probes are reversed, it'll read the wrong gain. So it's just good to make note of, which function generator I'm hooking up and stuff is, pertains to this. So, that's W1. Well, that is W1. Huh. Maybe I got my notes mixed up. That's weird. But, hmm. But at any rate, yeah, I might have to take a look at that. Maybe this is wired backwards. That's the great thing about this is that I can change the wiring connections anytime I want. So I think actually I think it is wired backwards because I think I changed those earlier. So I didn't realize that because it was easier to change it there than to swap the terminals. But at any rate. My little tester, here's pretty much the schematic of this. So, and how I hooked it up and everything. And like I said, the safety resistor is just like, I don't know, any, 1K or a few hundred ohms. It doesn't matter. The input impedance on this is so enormous it doesn't really matter. But, and it's probably not necessary, but again, just in case which I have done several times, end up applying too much voltage, so I forward bias that junction diode there. It's nice to have that. Particularly if you were doing it with something other than the analog discovery, which could put more than 10 milliamps through it. Because even the analog discovery can at lower levels. I mean, especially at a diode voltage drop, I'm sure it could put like 40 or 50 milliamps through it, according to the literature anyway. But at any rate, yeah, the thing, as you can see, works. So, but gain of 6 and so forth, and yeah, that network analyzer, I think there's something wrong with the actual network analyzer, because this is, me testing just a low pass filter, RC filter, which I built with, just to put it through the test, and there's still this weird behavior, around some of these frequencies. So it's probably because I'm using, a different um, generator than the default one, so for it or something. Actually, I'm not sure that that's true. But at any rate, yeah, because I'm almost afraid to run it because it was doing really weird shit. But I'm not really sure I trust the voltage estimates here. But let me go ahead and see. It gives out of range warning and shit. But as it goes along, let's see. It's just this is my input signal on the blue line, and it's just starts going up like a rocket. Again, you do see some evidence of that. This is going out to 25 megahertz. But the problem is right around here. It just does some real squirrely shit. So I'm not sure what to make of that. So anyway, but that wraps it up for this video.